So each team will get a direct question. Okay, you'll get 10 seconds to answer the question. If you answer it correctly, you get 5 points. If you don't answer it, it passes on to the next team. You get 5 seconds to answer that same question. If you answer it, you get 3 points. Okay, and it passes on. There will be a couple of rounds wherein the questions won't pass. Okay, so I'll tell that just before the round. The other thing is, there is right now physically you don't have. You consider that you virtually have an ace in your hand. Okay, each of the team has one ace. Okay, and you have to play it during any of the rounds. Okay, you have to play it before the round begins. Okay, I'll ask if anyone wants to play the ace. Now, ace is kind of a gamble. Okay, so what happens if you play an ace during that round? Whatever points you gather during that round, if you play an ace, the points double. Okay, but if you don't get any points during that round, you get a -3. Okay, -3. You get negative -3. So 3 marks will be deducted from the total whatever it is. And you have to play the ace by the last round. Any of the rounds you can. So there are a total of 6 rounds, or probably 7. So you have to play it before the round begins. You have to tell me, okay, I'm playing the ace for this round. You probably have some idea what the round is about, but don't go by the title of the round. Okay, so that won't give you much idea. There are 2 rounds when you know what the round is about. Good. So everything clear? So the teams have mics. Yeah, everyone clear. Okay, the other thing is, before you give me your answer, if you want to confer with your teammate, do that first before you let out the answer. Okay. The first answer whoever gives from the team, that's the answer that I will consider. No revision of the answer. Okay. Once you give the answer, that's your final answer. You don't have a chance to change the answer. Okay. So before giving the answer, if you want to take time, you have 10 seconds. You don't have to give the answer immediately. Right? Alright, so do we have the team name?
We will call ourselves documenters.
Documenters. So, okay, so I'll introduce our scorer here. Seema is the scorer and Mac is the timekeeper. Okay. So the next team?
Om.
Team 2 is Om. Team 3?
We are Avengers.
Rangers. Avengers. Okay. The fourth team? Dog Stars. Okay. Alright, so we'll start with team 1. Okay. And get out of the way. So this is your question. The creator of some famous comic superheroes once worked as a technical communicator. Name him. Time. Team 2. Team 3. Team 4. Okay. Anyone from the audience? Yeah?
Spider-Man. Stan Lee.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Stan Lee. Okay. So Stan Lee created Spider-Man, the Hall of It, including Iron Man. So Stan Lee was for a very short period of time used to work in the US Army, and during that period, one of his jobs was to write manuals. Alright, Team Om, this is your question. If you go by most style guides, what is the principal use of an and dash? Time. Avengers. No.
So an and dash, when you want to connect to related or a sequence of adjectives, we use and dash.
Can you give me an example maybe?
High-tech computer, or maybe flowery, red flowery-eyed, red fiery-eyed man.
Okay. Do you want to take a shot at that?
It's like it's used to connect two words, not necessarily adjectives, but it could be like end to end. So there's
Okay.
a dash between end.
Okay. Team 1, you want to?
It's used to connect to periods of time or duration or ranges of values.
For
Range of
example,
values.
sorry? Can you give an example?
You can read from a time period of from this BC to that BC. So you connect that time period with the dash.
So what will it? You see?
2009 to 2011.
So you want to specify some range of values.
Okay. Okay, I'll run it to you. So that's the correct answer. So NDAS to connect ranges of values, right? 2009 and 2011, it includes the 2 years, right? So most of us don't use it correctly. We use a dash in that case, which is a hyphen, right? So to connect ranges, you should use an N dash. Okay. Why is it called an N dash? Or a question for the audience.
The N character ends spacing.
Yeah, the length of the dash is the length of the N character. Okay, question to the evangelist. One of the guidelines of good writing and style says that you should emulate the inchworm. What would that mean?
Should cover all the minute details.
Okay, go ahead.
Say for example, I'm writing for a watch. So whatever is required minimum details for to cover that particular concept or a task, that should be covered. So emulate the inchworm. So even minutest of the details should not be skipped.
Okay, dog stars?
This is the negative mark.
No. Can you take the mic?
I think it means every word counts. It's a thumb rule.
Okay.
Does it mean minimalism in writing?
Minimalism and writing. Okay. Oh.
I think it means that it follows the next sentence should follow from the last part of the sentence. So there should be a link between the two. Good connection between the two sentences. Like a flow.
Okay. So why the intro? Then you end with the intro.
Because it goes very slowly and then it reaches. So there should be a slow flow. So no jumping in between.
Okay.
No jerks.
Okay. So before I give the answer, let's look at this. Okay. So this is an inchworm. Okay. So let's see how an inchworm moves. How can you make it late? So that's how each one moves, right? So what does it do? It covers new territory and then anchors itself to that territory and covers new territory. Okay? So I think I should grant Tulka your marks for this. So she was correct. So when you look at a sentence structure, it's subject and predicate, right? So what good writing says that you have a subject and predicate. Your next sentence should start with a predicate. You cover new ground, that becomes a subject. You cover new territory, which is predicate. Again, that becomes a subject. Stuff like that, right? So this is, I think it even goes with the principles of instructional design. Which good learning design says that you kind of tell your learners what they already know and then build up on that knowledge, right? So a very good writing guideline, emulate the inchworm. Okay. That was your question, right? So 3 marks to team 2. This is for dog stars. What does rivers of white space refer to?
For good readability, it's required that sufficient amount of white space needs to be kept in the document. I think it refers to
Okay.
ample amount of white space.
Ample amount of white space. Documenters, do you have a different opinion?
Unnecessary.
Oh,
Yeah, so it means they have to be well spaced and consistent. spanner, for example, so the same amount of space should also be there between these paragraphs.
Okay, no, I don't think so. Avengers.
Yeah, I think I agree with PK that if there is
That's a wrong question will be asked to you.
So two teams took it negatively, two teams take it positively. They think that because of white space is good thing, they think that it's a bad thing. Okay. So it is in most instances it is a bad thing. Okay. So this is justified text. Okay, so kind of an exaggerated example. So all these are kind of weavers that are running through the whole text, which kind of makes it difficult to weave. So today, if you see most modern design, you will never see justified text. It's all left aligned. Okay, so at the end of the first round, can we have the pose?
So it's documented 6 and poem 3. The rest
Okay.
of them yet to see.
Okay, so sorry I asked about the okay. So we go to the next round for first round. So anyone of you wants to play the ace? We still have, I think, 4 more rounds to play the ace. You have to choose now whether you want to play the ace during this round. Okay, nobody wants to take the risk. Okay, so we'll start with the rock stars now. This is your question. What does the 5% index mean?
It means that the index should be, the number of pages dedicated to index should be 5% of the total.
Absolutely, I'll brought it to you. 5% index means if you have a book of 100 pages, your index should be 5 pages. Avengers, this is your question. With regards to information organization, what would Russian's DAO structure mean? Goes on, passes on to home.
Yeah, so which means that you can, it's like the base is big and then you can achieve the structure above in a tapering form. And it can, and that means you can close it. So it's like this. So you have a broad base and then you will keep more focus on the base. And then that you can put school.
So what in terms of content, what would it be?
So it would be that if you have kind of you start from a general thing and then you come to a more focused thing.
Okay, okay.
The reason
Do you agree with that?
And again, with the information organization, what areas should be covered in the base and then there's how many information should be given.
Okay. What about you?
Russian laws are nested inside each other. So the most important topic is going to be the doll, which is the innermost doll. It goes from broader to more specific kind of topic.
Okay. Anyone in the audience? So she was correct in the sense that these are Russian dolls, right? I mean, one doll fits into each other, right? But the answer is not quite there. So what is the Russian doll structure is again is best style. Okay, so you have topics within topics within topics. So you have a main topic, then you have a subtopic, you have subtopics. So your hierarchy of topics goes down, which is bad. So you shouldn't have that, right? Because it's difficult for user accessibility. To get to this topic, the user has to kind of expand this, and it's difficult to get it. So you should avoid Russian doll structure in your content. Okay. In the next question is to keep home. Is that correct? The last question was here. Right? In Windows, what would the control box menu refer to?
a control box would be where you can either type or select.
Okay. Okay.
The action which you need to take.
It has a drop down as well as a text.
Okay. Do you differ? No? When
Control box is something you can either use from a drawdown or you can type something similar.
control box menu exists, so I think you have anyone in the audience? What does control box menu mean?
It's a checkbox.
No. The control box menu is, I have to go on slideshow to show this slideshow. It is the one that at the top icon which is there, the application icon. So when you click on that, you get that minimize, close kind of this. So that is the control box menu in Windows.
File menu.
Okay, the next question to documents is, if you adhere to the readme first style guide, you will need to write 3 computers, but 3 inches. Okay, one is spelled out, one is not spelled out. Why is this? What is the style guideline that drives this use? Cardinality of objects. What does it mean?
For units of measurement, you need the magnitude figure. And for any other entities, spell out that.
Okay, I think I'll run it to you. Yeah. So the participant in this quiz, there was a Boolean question on one of them, right? Which numbers you have to spell out according to readme first, and which is kind of pretty common, I guess. So that the correct answer was 0 to 9. Okay, you spell out the numbers except when the number is a measurement. Okay, that's what she kind of said. So here it's just a measurement, so that's why you kind of write a numeral. Otherwise, from 0 to 9, you have to spell out the numbers. Okay. Sorry, I lost track. Where this question was? Okay, so I think the second round is over. Can we have the score at the end of the second round?
The documenters are leading with 11. Om still is with 3. Avinder, you have to score and Dogstar's 5.
Good. So, okay, so it's getting interesting, I think. So, the next round is called What's the Good Word? Anyone wants to play an ace? So remember, you have to play an ace, okay? Otherwise, you'll have to, by default, you'll play it in the last round. You want to play the ace, okay? Okay. If you get it on the first clue, you get 10 points. Okay? If you get it on the second clue, you get 5 points. If you get it on third clue, you get 3 points. Okay? And your clue can only be 2 words. Okay? It can't be a sentence. You can't talk and think. You can just say 2 words at a time. Okay? And second time again, you get 2 more words, and third time you get 2. Now you may choose to make a sentence of 6 words, but that you won't be able to tell your teammate that. But you have to work that out among yourself. Okay? So if you say all the 6 words, then you'll get only 3 points at the end. Okay? So there's a chance that you can get 10 points. Okay? And so this round the questions don't pass. Okay? So you have played an ace, you probably can get a bumper here, right? 2 words is the first two words, the second 2 words is the third. Okay? So if you get it on the first 2 itself, you get 10 points.
Who's giving the
The cheat contains 2 words. It's a term contains 2 words. Okay? So we'll start with you. You can take any of these 4 words. You can come So okay, so we'll do it this way. The one person says 2 words, the other person has a chance to say only one term, right? 2 words. You can't take too many chances. So I say something, you can give a reply. If it's not correct, you say something else, you give a reply. So it's kind of 1 to 1. So I think maybe 1 minute is fair enough. You come in. You can do that. No, you can talk. You have to say something. Give her a clue. Not
Give an
this.
example.
You can't use this word.
Trial round.
Trial round, okay. Okay. So no, you stay here. Okay, so if I say POC.
Book.
Table of contents.
Organization.
Okay.
Structure.
So that was the answer. So it depends on what clue you give, right? So you can use two words instead of one. So you go ahead.
How many replies are accepted?
Only one word. Actually,
But you can't write
we won't put a limit on the number of replies you can give. But you can tell only two words. You can go on guessing. Just 1 minute. Max 1 minute. Total is 1 minute. Okay. So you can think about it for some time. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay. Your time starts now. Tell me that, you have to tell me.
First review.
Do it. She can use two words.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you be loud?
Louder.
First book.
10 seconds. Time up.
Okay. So she used one of the words which is not allowed, but I couldn't do anything about it. So the answer was first draft. Okay. So she said first review. So you can't use the same word as there and everywhere. She said first review, right? Okay. So I think we'll grant them 3 points. Yeah. So yeah, so their points double. Who's coming here? Okay, think about it for some time. Okay, your time starts now.
Dog structure.
Layout.
30 seconds.
Document template.
Dog view or dog view.
Doc view.
View. Last 10 seconds.
Sample sample.
Okay. So the term was information design. Somebody said it. Okay. Home, Timo, you got 2 joints. Take some time to think about it. Okay, your time starts now.
End customers read.
It's not you three words. You can even go with 3 more.
New features.
So they get 3 points if the views 5 points. No, that is clear. Okay, so you don't have a choice. Okay, think about it. Okay, your time starts now.
Planning. Information planning.
Audience and
30 seconds.
estimate, design, document, radiance,
Use your words.
Information organization.
structure, block structure, hierarchy,
Last 2 words.
block design,
So anyone, any guesses? What was 5 points? Content management.
Information planning.
Okay, so we go to the next round. Start with this. Okay, at the end of this round, the scores, please.
We have interesting score now. There's a tie between documenters and doc stars with 11 points. The tie between documenters and doc stars with 11 points each. Om is at 6. Avengers are yet to score.
Come on, go Avengers. Avengers.
Alright, so documenters.
Go Avengers.
Get the eight. Both, sorry. Ace. Okay. You all take it easy. Okay. Okay, so your question. According to traditional grammar usage, what is the difference between compare to and compare with?
to compare to a constant or
Value is constant.
Okay, go on to home.
Have more or less equal pay. Compared to is compared to have higher than the website.
Okay, I think I'll run to you. So you use compare with to compare items basically of the same order. For example, you can compare Windows to the Unix, right? Whereas you compare to when the items are of different order. And you can say you compare Windows to Android. It's a little bit of different operating system, right? But it's not of the same order. The very common this is we say apples to oranges, right? Because we want to bring out the difference because they are not the same kind of thing. So we will never compare. If you're comparing oranges with apples, we are comparing it just because they belong to the fruit class. But if you say apples to oranges because you are trying to compare things that are should not ideally be compared with the same criteria. Okay, Om. The elements of style is a guideline that says avoid succession of loose sentences. What does it mean?
So, have the connection between these, because you expect the next sentence to follow the first sentence, have that question. Just handling it in those sense really.
Okay. You have a different opinion?
Say, for example, I'm explaining a concept. So I'm using the same concept in two sentences and using different words, but it means the same. So these are two long sentences which can be precise in one sentence.
Okay.
Or maybe they can be shorter or written precisely.
Dr.
The meaning should percolate. It should not be like whatever is written in the earlier sentence has got no connection with the next one. The meaning should percolate.
Okay. Not quite accurate. Anyone in the audience? Yeah? Go ahead.
So, if a cumulative sentence, the next sentence also implies the same meaning with the first sentence implies, that's a loose sentence.
Okay, not quite so.
Ideas on the two ideas mentioned together.
Yeah, two ideas of maybe slightly close. I think two clauses are kind of combined together. Those are part of this happens and this happens. This happens and this happens. So in English, they say that there are three kinds of sentence structures that can happen. Okay, one is the loose sentence, one is the periodic sentence, and one is a combination of the two. Okay, in a periodic sentence, you have some kind of an antecedent. Because I went to BMC, I could do such a thing. Okay, so that's a periodic sentence. A loose sentence is you have some information, you have a clause, and you add another clause, and you just kind of putting two clauses together and making a sentence. So that which is not a bad sentence. Okay, the guideline says don't have those sentences in succession. Okay, so this is an example. The third concert of substitution which was given last night evening, and a large audience was in attendance. Mr. Edward Appleton was a soloist in the Boston Symphony Orchestra furnished instrumental. The former showed himself. So it goes on and on. Okay, if you see that there's a kind of cadence to this. So it is not engaging. Okay, it is kind of when you have this long list of loose sentences, it gets boring for the reader. If you're explaining some concept, don't employ this concept, right? It's not very good. So by the way, so unclear to this, I just came across this paragraph. Just so a request from Peter to read this paragraph.
This sentence has 5 words.
Here are 5 more words. 5-word sentences are fine, but several together become monotonous. Listen to what is happening. The writing is getting boring. The sound of it drones. It's like a stuck record. The ear demands some variety. Now listen. I'll vary the sentence length and I create music. Music. The writing sings. It has a pleasant rhythm, a lilt, a harmony. I use short sentences and I use sentences of medium length. And sometimes, when I'm certain the reader is rested, I will engage him with a sentence of considerable length. A sentence that burns with energy and builds with all the impetus of a crescendo. The roll of the drums, the crash of the cymbals, sounds that say, listen to this. It is important.
So writing should be like this, right? It should be vigorous, it should engage your user, it should seduce your reader. Okay? So anyway, thanks Pandya for this. So where were we? So this was your question, okay? So the next question. This was your question. Okay. Okay, this is a pretty long question. At various times in his life, he worked as a technical writer or editor. He was described as a precocious child with a high IQ at a young age. He attended Banaras Hindu University in India. He spent time in and out of mental institutions following an emotional and mental breakdown. He served with the US military in Korea. Today, he is best known for his first book, which remains a bestseller to this day. Who is he? Audience, please don't know. Dog stars. Ask documenters. Home. Anyone in the audience?
Charles Sobra.
Charles Sobra.
Dale Carnegie.
No, it's not Indian.
Dale Carnegie.
Zach and the other motorcycle Indian. Robert Persico, you said it? Okay, so this is your question. If your writing uses a lot of nominalizations, is considered bad writing style. What does a nominalization mean?
Doesn't define the concept of writing, and does not define terms, use keywords.
Okay. Question. Oh.
It's like when you use unnecessary terms like it is a very important or needless to say and things like that.
Okay.
Or what is used as a noun?
Absolutely. Okay. Instead of using verbs, you kind of convert them into nouns. For example, maybe you say the administrator is responsible for the collection of logs. Right? So the verb is collect here, you made it a noun. So you could just say the administrator collects the logs. Right? So it's always better to use verbs, right? Verbs make your writing active. So whereas if you introduce too many nouns, you tend to write a lot of passive sentences, your sentences are longer and stuff like that. Okay? So 3 points for them. They play the A's, I guess.
Yeah, so mine is 3.
They get double, 6. So that was your question? Okay, so we are at the end of this round. Okay, so we go on to the next round. Anyone want to play an ace? I think two teams have not played an ace. We'll go to this go. But do you want to play an ace? I think.
I think only they are there.
You have played an ace? You've not played an ace. Yeah.
Even last time.
We used it when? This round. Okay, so they score anything?
They didn't score for their question.
No, any question. This round they score anything? Okay, so -3. Yeah. Okay, can we get the scores?
Yeah, so documenters and dog stars are 11 again, and OM is at 6, and it's a tie between OM and Avengers at 6.
Wow. Yeah, I think there are 2 more rounds left. Okay, so you don't want to play this, right? You are the only ones who have not played. Okay, so this round is called the Judge the Help Look. We'll start with this thing. Okay, so what this is there will be, I will show you a screenshot of some help system. You have to guess what help system it is. Okay, so in this round, the questions don't pass. Okay, and I won't give the answers until all the teams get questions. Okay, so this is your help. So please don't murmur the answers. So this question will not pass to the other teams, only yours. You got it done. 15 seconds. Which help system is this? Which product? Which product application is this help system for? Okay, your time is up. Next team, I won't give the answer. Next team, this is the help page. What product application is this? Seconds. This is your question. is your question. Adobe what? Adobe has many. Just the Adobe website you have. Adobe Captivate. Okay. So none of the teams got correct answer. So anyone wants to take a this? So I think the people who write help don't read help. This is LinkedIn. What is this? What? Confluence. No.
Facebook.
No. WordPress. WordPress. What is this?
Google.
Windows. Somebody said Windows. No, it's not Windows.
Android.
This is Twitter. What is this?
Looks like Adobe.
Google. This is Chrome. Okay, Chrome. One for the audience. This is Facebook. Okay, so okay, so I think there are 2 rounds more. Okay, so we want to play it. You're the only one who will not play. 2 more rounds. Yeah, we'll go quickly and we are running out of time. Okay, your question. Yes or no? Okay. All right. So your question. So I don't know what this means. Okay. Many online health systems are said to suffer from fire hydrant syndrome. What does it mean? Okay, so I promised you few points to that. So fire, everyone knows what a fire hydrant is, right? When you open the fire hydrant, there's a gush of water like this. Okay? So it's like if someone wants to take a sip of water from this, it's very difficult, right? Because you will be just ambushed with that water flow. So in the same way, so what fire hydrants, so this is a term that's coined by Bill Horton. So he says that our online health system today, if you want to find information, if you search for something, you are just bombarded with a huge list of topics and you can't really find what you're looking for. So those are kind of health systems which you say is like fire hydrant systems. Okay. Next question is yours. If you go by most textile manuals, when and how should we use IE and EG, and what are the 2 forms? You have to answer both parts. Full form.
Full form static tablets.
Okay. You agree with the answer? You agree with the answer?
I have a slightly different answer.
Okay.
I don't know the full form IEG, I know this example in Russia. And the way it is usually used is the concept of comma, that is comma, and the next sentence. And for example, we complete the sentence, comma, for example, comma, and the following statement. Or there is a series of examples, you end the sentence with a period. You start, for example, with a capital F, and then you give the series.
You have a little talking.
First, I choose.
Okay.
And that is the image showing EG is
So anyone in the audience?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there are plain English words to explain this, right? So you should, as much as possible, not use this, unless you are running out of space, which is probably not the case anyway.
It's a trick question.
Yeah. So I think
It's a trick question.
it is self-PDF. So 2 points.
That's what we said, right?
No, you didn't answer the main part, where and how you should use it.
I said that is an example for example. That's what I said.
What you say that you use your example. What's that? Yeah. That you didn't say you should not use it. Yeah, you do. Anyway, so I think let's go with this 2 points for that. Okay. So your question. Okay, so this is your question. So this is advice from Fowler and Fowler. They got a book called The King's English, and they said this: prefer the familiar words to the far-fetched, prefer the concrete to the abstract, prefer the single word to the circumlocution, prefer the short word to the long, and prefer the Saxon word to the Roman. Okay, the first four parts seem to be quite understandable. What is the last part mean?
English instead of French.
Concept
Use
a familiar. So in that, use the context sensitive words, like what word is acceptable to understand in that particular cultural context. Rather than using French words,
is that French is a romantic language? What about Saxon? Why is Saxon?
that's more contemporary, more understood by.
I think I'll run it to her. So 3 points to that. So what is the word Saxon and Romance? So she is absolutely correct on Romance. So Romance refers to the romantic languages, okay, which kind of mostly their roots are in Latin. So Spanish, French, Italian, all these languages. And so there are a lot of these words from these languages that we use in English. Okay. So Saxon, I don't know, history people should know this. So Saxon is the tribe from Germany, which many in medieval times they migrated to Great Britain, right? And so that whole thing was Anglo-Saxon. So a lot of that, their language got a lot of acquired to English. So the advice is basically to, if you have an English word for it, don't use a French word or a Italian word or French or Spanish word just because it's used. Okay. All right. The next question. So look at this sentences. What's common within the sentences? There is a common theme in the sentences. What is it? What is the common? What is common? There's some common element within all those 3 sentences. Okay, documenters. Yes, absolutely. Explain the anthropomorphism. So we see the rectangle. Interested documents know. Because the operator can tell, right? So the void. So, okay, so we are out of time. Last round, we'll go quickly. We'll start with this team. And skip over this round. Okay, this is called hyperlipid judgment player. Okay, so these are kind of, there will be common sayings or whatever in this. So the text that you see on the screen would be kind of very jargon oriented, all big words. You have to simplify it. Okay, using some, it may be some common phrase that we all are familiar with and stuff. So as a technical writer, you have to kind of explain this jargon and tell us what this means. Okay, so this is your web. This doesn't pass. Okay, you are playing a game. Okay, so individuals who make their votes in grave vitreous edifices will be advised to refrain from catapulting perilous projectiles. Exactly. People who live in glass houses should not throw it away. 5 points. Okay, the vendors. For escape scintillate asteroid, your constitution exercises like cogitation. Leave and athlete. Anyone in the audience? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder about. Okay, home. Your last question. It is fruitless to attempt to interpret a superior and attenuated canine innovative language. Hello, please don't hear.
We cannot change your strike record,
Okay.
strike record, I cannot change
The
strike.
leopard tongue changes. There's no leopard here, right? Audience, yeah.
You can't teach your way.
You can't teach your old drops new tricks. Okay, so you have to play the ace. This is your chance, right? This is the final question of the quiz. Catastrophe resulting from needless risk-taking is often irredeemable, no matter how extensive and any subsequent attempts at damage limitation might be. So this is little different, so I'll give you a clue. Okay, no. Okay. Anyone in the audience?
Hint.
So this is a nursery rhyme.
Cut your coat according to the clothes.
No.
Humpty
Humpty Dumpty sat on a Okay, so with that we are at the end of the list. So okay, so Avengers ended with 6 points. Moon 9 points. Okay, so we have the winners and the runners-up. Any guesses? The winners with 17 points, the top stars. Equally well, runners-up with 13 points documented. Congratulations to everybody.